It is 7:30, and that's a much nicer thing to see at 7:30 than continued darkness. In fact, that almost looks like a nice spring day, doesn't it? It's November, guess. Mist on the ground. I've been up in about an hour, and pulled a hair that long out of my neck. It's pretty fucking gross. Um, I've got an appointment today at 2. Yesterday was such a wash. I'm not gonna blame it on editing because it was mostly like I just like there's an election coming up. You know, I'm not gonna pretend that I'm not gonna be obsessed with it. I think that the good thing, like I think he's got the heat off upstairs, and I think that's the reason why the air down here is better. So I did have the window open for a few minutes last night, but overall I think I was able to keep it closed, and I think my sinuses are funny, but I'm not 100% convinced it's the air anymore. I think it might be something else. I'm gonna keep the door closed at least till I get back. Well, actually, that's not true. I'm gonna take a shower, but that's like a nice morning. I want to go frolic. No, that didn't work. I think I slept too much, and I'm feeling silly because I slept too much. Maybe I should like do jumping jacks. No, I don't know. Maybe I should drink more coffee. That'll make me feel less silly, right? I didn't eat yesterday. I made spaghetti, but now I'm not hungry because my stomach shrank. That's good. That is good. So I don't know. Really. Okay, so there's not really a lot I can do this morning. I really wanted this weekend to be productive, but it wasn't. And what am I gonna do? It's over now. There's that Man show tonight. I'd say that's very unlikely. But I mean, I probably will spend some time at least checking that out this morning to make a final choice. Yeah, there's not. I got to be at the appointment at 2, and I'm gonna have a lot of facial scrubbing and shit to do. So I'm gonna want to be starting to get ready like at 11ish. Yeah. Well, I've been letting my face heal for the last like week. Is what I've been doing. So I've got exfoliating and lots of fun stuff to do like that. Like I said, I pulled some crazy hairs out of my face this morning. I may pull a few more out before I end up leaving. It's bad, but I had to let it heal because it was like, you know, I had no choice. So I haven't eaten in 2 days. Maybe that's partly why I'm silly. If you don't eat, you get silly. It's still nice out, isn't it? Holy shit. Natural sunlight. What's with my silly music theme songs? I'm really silly this morning. That's all there is to it. I'm just ridiculous this morning. I think I need to eat. I'm like low on blood sugar. Like, you know, like. Yeah. So I guess I'm gonna eat, and then I'm gonna try to do a little bit of filing. That's really all I can do. And then when I get back, I'll start doing a little bit more work again. This weekend, or this week, I'm gonna want to go to one show this week. One show or another. Like I said, the Animals as Leaders is probably. I don't want to get stuck overnight. But I'm gonna check the long range too, right? Because if it happens to be 20 some degrees that night, well, then that'll be fun. Right? So it depends. but it's a Saturday, right? So I could, in theory, get out, and then I can get to like Leland by 4 or something. Or I probably, if I'm gonna go, I'd go to the works, right? So it's a Saturday, so I go till 8. Ugh. I don't know. Let me check this other stuff. I'm hoping I win a ticket to see Man Man tonight. I probably won't go otherwise. It's not Man Man. It's the singer from Man Man doing a solo set. But I'm sure he'll do Man Man songs. You see, that's the thing. I'm presuming he will do Man Man songs. Um, I don't know. I'll take a closer look or a closer listen. I said that as doubtful. Um, so yeah, this is what's this morning? This morning I need to eat, obviously, and then some filing. Check out the show. Go to the doctor's appointment, and then decide if I want to the show or not, which is unlikely. But we'll find out. Okay, it's obviously not long term, but I think I'm confident that closing the door and leaving the window open and the fan on is a short-term solution. I feel better, for sure. Okay, so I'm gonna go hang out in here for a bit, do a little bit of filing. What is it? It seems like the monitor is making a very strange sound. Overheating or something? I've never heard a monitor make a sound. Or at least not this kind of monitor. That's very strange to me. Let me take that apart and put it back down and see what happens. Yeah, the back of the monitor is both hissing and very hot. I have no idea. I've never even heard of that. So let me. Okay. Instead of doing that, I should probably figure that out. And actually, I didn't listen to the. Yeah, I wanted to go listen to. Okay. Maybe we won't do any filing today after all. Yeah, I was just taking a look at the. It makes more sense for me to go to this tonight. And then the logic is basically I can go to Echo Fest or Animals as Leaders. Unless if I can get them to give me a small amount of the pills at the end of November, then maybe. But I'm not even sure I want to go to that at all. Because, it's going to depend on a lot of things. It's on a Saturday night and Pontiac, etc. But Echo Fest is on a Saturday night too. If I go to Echo Fest, I'm going to get to Echo Fest at like 5 o'clock. And I'm going to be at the bar until like 2 o'clock in the morning. So that's a long day, and I'm going to want to make sure that at least a couple of the things are actually interesting to me. I know that there's going to be there's these like noise musicians in Detroit, and they go to all these things, and they're just not that good. I'm sorry. I'm going to get egged when I go to the show tonight because they're probably running this too. They seem to run everything around here, or at least have something to do with everything around here. And I don't like they've actually got Hawkwind or some incarnation of Hawkwind closing. But so like, is it? And I recognize a bunch of them, and it's like I don't know. I may end up if the weather is bad and it looks like it's going to be bad, right? So that's the other thing, right? I'm kind of looking at it and thinking, like I'm saying, like either Echo Fest or Hawkwind, either Echo Fest or Animals as Leaders. I may go to neither of them, right? Like it may work out that I go to neither of those shows. This might be the last show that I go to for a long while, just taking a look at the schedule, right? The only other thing that I'm kind of thinking about is a True Widow show. It's on a Sunday night, which is actually better. It's worse because it means that it's it's the buses stop running a half an hour earlier, but it's better than Saturday because they start running on Monday morning they run early, whereas on Sunday morning they run late. That's the problem with Saturdays, right? The bus actually runs a little bit later on Saturday, but it doesn't come back again in the morning. Like it doesn't, whether whether the last bus is at 109 or 139 doesn't really make that much of a difference to me. In fact, whether the last bus is at 12:30 or 1:30 doesn't make much of a difference to me. It's the morning is when it starts coming back that's more important, right? Even considering that I could go dance somewhere in Detroit for a few hours, I'm still stuck in the situation where, okay, they're going to kick me out at 5 at the latest, and then I've got nothing to do for 3 or 4 hours, right? Friday nights are way better because the bus on Saturday morning is early. We did this, I guess, last week. Yeah, not the Friday that just passed, but the Friday before that. I was out dancing until 5. I caught the bus at 6, and I had to wait for half an hour or something. It's nothing, right? So, yeah, it makes sense to go tonight. Even considering that it might. There is a possibility. I mean, it's just this is the most interesting to me of the shows, and it's the one that I'm most likely to actually go to. So, I'm going to. I want to be out of here around 1. I can't be late because I missed the last one, and if I start showing up to the doctor late too often, then he's not going to be my doctor anymore. So, let's make sure I get to this one. I want to be out of here at 1 at the latest, and I got to get ready to do that now. I had a smoothie, but I haven't had a good meal yet. I suppose I'll get back, have something quick to eat, and then it's not going to be until late that I have an actual meal. Oh well. Okay, that is, I believe, solely for carbon monoxide. I'll test this when I get back. I wanted to be out at 1. It is 1:05. He just caught me at the worst time. I got 5 minutes or so before I gotta get out of here. Okay, it's about 1:15. I gotta be there by 1:45. It's about a 40-minute walk, so I am late. I just want to get a shot in. Okay, let's go. Hey, they said it was nice out. I hope it is, because I'm not wearing a sweater. It's not bad. Chilly in the shade here. I'm sure I'll be fine once I start walking. Okay, so I'll let the skin sit for a week. It's bad. But I tried the exfoliator, and it's been a while since I used something like that. I did used to use something like that. I haven't for quite a while. I haven't felt like I needed to. But the source of the problem is the plucking. So I probably should have never been plucking. I probably should have been exfoliating from the start. So I need to force myself to exfoliate more and pluck less. So that's kind of the focus for the next few weeks. As far as that's concerned, I am going to need some time to heal still. I'm not wearing makeup. I'll put some makeup on when I get home before I go to the show. Not a lot. This is, I think I mentioned it's the singer from Man Man. I'm doing a solo project. It's it looks a little bit haphazard, a little bit ridiculous. It's fine. It's what it is. I don't think that my expectations are not particularly high. Let me put it that way. My expectations are. Oh, jeez. Well, that's what everyone says before their dog mauls someone. The dog does it, she won't hurt you. She should be on a leash. Yeah, my expectations are not high. So that's a big component. I'm kind of more just hoping he does a bunch of Man Man covers, and that will be fun. Yeah, today I'm going to the doctor's. Just the 3 things. It's the same 3 things as before. Hopefully I get to see him today. I'm going to be a little bit late. Hopefully it's less than 10 minutes. The three things are: I need a blood test, I need to see a neurologist, and I need to focus on, or I need to see the doctor that removes the testicles, whatever doctor that is. So those are the three things, and I should be focusing more on walking briskly and less on talking into a device. But it is, for real, absolutely fucking beautiful. A little bit of a breeze. A little bit of a breeze to remind us that it is November. But a hot, blaring sun. It feels less like global warming and more like, you know, the ozone layers bailed on us again. Imagine the ozone layer getting up and they're like, fuck this. They're throwing out all kinds of carbon anyways, fuck this, I'm out of here. I can fry. But yeah, it's more like a hot sun. It's not quite sure how to explain that. It's November. Is the sun dying? I don't know. I guess they say in the winter, the coldest days are the days where it's the sunniest. Yeah. I guess it was supposed to be cold today. There is not a cloud in the sky. Should we be worried at the lack of clouds in the sky? Might there be a cloud monster that has come and eaten all the clouds? Nom 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 nom. Clouds. Not a single cloud in the entire sky. Actually, because I know a little bit about the hydrological cycle, I know that there is a cloud somewhere in the sky on the planet, but there's not a cloud in the sky that I can see. Let us continue our journey here. The actual truth is that I don't even know what time it is. Okay, so I'm gonna give it a month. I will be back in a month. At that point, I will have the information that I need for the urologist, for the orchiectomy, I will also hopefully have the information about the neurologist, and I will be able to bring the blood test results. So I will need to have a blood test sometime between now and the 7th of December. Lots of things there. We're going to test for Lyme disease. We're going to test for all the STDs, because that day I woke up in that guy's car and didn't know how I got there. And we're going to test for the hormone things as well. Just because, why not? So, yeah, I'm going to check the store here for some strawberries while I'm here. I think that's the only thing I can really think of that I might need. And then head back home. I guess it's around 2:30ish. Oh, and I should also point out that I'm going to need to go to Toronto for the urologist. That's what he said. There's nobody in Windsor that does this. So that might be a trip to the TDOS. It's not going to be particularly exciting because I'm going to have somebody literally castrate me while I'm there. So I'm not going to be partying too hard that day. Yeah, but it looks like it's probably what's going to have to happen. Maybe I'll come in early, and if I can save some cash, maybe I'll stay the night or something. I don't know. Or maybe I'll even just be crazy and like come in the day before and spend the night in Tim Hortons. I've done that before. I have overnighted in Tim Hortons in Toronto before. Believe it or not. That is a reality of my life. Oh, maybe I'll come in, I'll see a show, and then I'll get snipped in the morning and then take the bus back. I'll make this fun. Trust me. Blue sky, not a cloud. You cloud-eating monster, you bastard. The store had nary a strawberry in view. Scandalous. And the second store hath not the berries of straw. Where art thou, berries of straw? Alas, the strawberries appear to be scarce on this day. I do have enough for a few days. I also have, in fact, a rather large amount frozen. So, I will not run out of strawberries anytime soon. However, it would have been nice to pick some up on the way home. What does one do? I am going to need to do a compost run shortly. That may take me to my normal roundabout route towards a frozen strawberry backup. This is not preferable, but in fact it's quite regrettable. But, you know, when life refuses to give you strawberries, absolutely dark out. Not even 6 o'clock. Actually, that doesn't bother me. And this is why, because when I go out at night, I go out at night. Like, I don't come home at 6, I go out at 6. Right? Or if I am coming home from 6, I'm going grocery shopping. Anyways, I want to be out of here in about 25 minutes. I don't have to do anything except moisturize a little, brush a little, and put a little bit of cover up on. And then I'm out of here. I do have to say that the exfoliator seems to be working. It's got kind of a rough patch to work with, so it's going to be a few weeks before things get back to normal. Like, I don't think, like, it's really bad at certain points, like brutal. Like, I've it's never been this bad. Just kind of areas around the side of my, I guess it's up near my my tonsils, I guess. Off on the side of my, on the side of my cheeks. And underneath my neck too. It's just awful. Never been this bad. So, but I mean, it worked, like in making the skin smooth, right? So, like, and that's what it's supposed to do, right? And I noticed after I was done that, like, there were like, there was like hair like falling out of my face. Like I don't think you. Maybe you guys should even just change the topic. It can get really gross, especially at this time of year. It'll be worse for the next couple of weeks, right? Then it gets better as the temperature comes, as the spring comes back, it gets better. But this is the worst couple of weeks of the year every year, right? So I'm going to the show. I'm going to leave soon. I just wanted to point out that this is probably going to be the last vlog to come up for a little while. What does that mean? When I get home tomorrow, or when I get home tonight, I'm going to edit all the things that I have. I'm going to do a total editing catch-up. It might take me all day tomorrow. And I'm going to watch the election tomorrow as well. And that's all going to come up. And when it comes up, I'm going to let it sit, because I'm going to be focusing entirely on music until I get done. I've done this several times before when I find myself flustered and I'm not getting as productive as I want, but I know I have space in front of me, then I put the vlogs, or I put the editing aside. I'll keep vlogging, but I mean, if I'm done in a week, you won't even tell. I don't think I will be. It'll be probably more like 10 to 14 days, right? Keeping in mind that I'm probably not going to go to the Echo Fest. I might. I'm going to check it out, but when I get back tonight, I probably will not go out at all. Well, actually, that's not true. I'm going to have to get. Yeah, let's put this discussion off a few days, because I'm going to need to find a way to get strawberries, and I'm going to need to do a compost run. So, yeah, forget it. It's going to be a few more days, but this is coming soon. When we get there, I'll have the talk. Yeah, forget it. Okay. For right now, I'm just getting ready to go to the show, and I'll talk to you in a few minutes. Yeah. So the thing about mid-November is that these hot days in mid-November, even the unseasonably warm nights, are still require a heavy sweater. I was out. Well, I got back about less than 2 hours ago. I was out walking around in a t-shirt. I was starting to feel the temperature come down a little bit, but I brought a sweater on the way back out. I needed 2 sweaters. So in the course of 2 hours, I guess it came down at least 5 degrees, maybe closer to 10. So yeah. Beautiful day, but just a reminder that it is heading into the second week of November in Canada. We can't be walking around in our t-shirts all year. I should be wearing a winter jacket. It should probably be snowing. So my 2 sweaters is not much. This is I'm dressed for October. Early October, really. So yeah, it's only 6. Thanks to daylight savings time. Again, I don't mind this. I'll take the hour in the morning. It's far more important. But it is only 6. It looks like it's an early show. It's going to start about 8:45, and it's about an hour walk. So, yeah, that's fine. I'm actually planning on enjoying that walk, and I know exactly how I'm going to enjoy that walk too, but I can't tell you. No. Yeah. I think I already talked a little bit about what the show is. It's, I think, it's a singer from, I think, a fairly well-known rock band called Man Man. Well, they were fairly well-known maybe 5 or 6, 7, 8 years ago. Actually, you know what? I think they were well-known even 3 or 4 years ago, but they may have just kind of imploded. I don't know. I haven't heard much from them in a couple of years anyways. But they were at one point kind of at the front of something. Kind of leading something or other. Certainly in the thick of things. Around where the stuff was happening. They were. So this is not an unknown act. And in fact, I'm going mostly on name recognition. The material I saw was lackluster at best. I'm kind of just hoping it's a good show. So yeah, like I said, my expectations are not particularly high, so it will be easy to entertain me for the evening. I gotta get tickets here. So I'm over and I'm already on Bagley. It's funny how the city gets smaller the more you walk it, right? You have a better understanding of where you're going, it shrinks. We'll see if that phenomenon repeats itself once I get over the bridge here, which I understand is roughly the halfway point. flip side of that is I'm feeling fairly anxious tonight. I'm not sure if it's... I've been up since 6. I didn't eat a lot. I had a bagel. I'm waiting till I get home before I have a big meal. That may have been an error, but I don't feel I had time. It's close to 8 now. If my calculation is right, I'll be there around 8:30, which is what I wanted. So, I'd like to find a way to kind of mellow out. It could be the coffee and a small stomach. Too much caffeine, I don't know. Kind of a combination of tired and anxiety. I'm not drinking a lot tonight, so like I'll be fine. It's just, and I'll be fine once I get there. And I'll be better on the way home because I will be a little bit inebriated. Like I say, I'm not drinking too much. But yeah, I'll have a few. Yeah, this is Rosa Parks, so I'm getting there. And I am now in Mexican town. Fuck your wall, Trump. Fuck your wall. It's kind of fitting, isn't it? Yeah. Again, let me reiterate. The polling is crystal clear. I'm not convinced that's what's going to determine who becomes the next president, though. We'll find out. Remember, I don't live in this country, so I don't see this every day. Do not look down. This fucking bridge. Do not look down. It wasn't so bad on the way back. It could be because it's mostly up, but it's like the incline here is not natural. And actually kind of seems a little, I don't know. I'm not going to say what I was going to say. I'm just going to turn this off. Keep walking. I'm here. Note to self, or note to the world. If you're ever in Detroit, this strip up Verner, it's okay from what I can tell that way, but I don't even know what road that is. But from the club down to Grand, you want to avoid that. That's twice I've been up there, and twice I've been a little creeped out. So I'm gonna try to walk up that way on the way back, up to Bagley. I almost did it on the way here, because I thought I'd give it another chance, because you go once and it's 100% chance, but you've only been once. If you go twice and it's 2-on-2, then you probably want to avoid that. This is part of learning the city, and I'm going to be learning the city for a long time, because it's a big city. So let's try that way next time. Okay, I'm in. It's about an hour. That's what I guess. I thought. So I want to be out of here before midnight. I think it's an early show, so I think it'll be good. Yeah, the walk behind at Bagley was much nicer. A little... It's like dark, you know. You feel like you're walking through the hood because like the street lamps are... half of them don't work, right? But it's also kind of relaxing. I think that my safety level depends on my naivety. I really don't know. That's the thing. It's a pleasant walk, though, if I'm naive about it. The main strip in Mexican town in Bagley is clearly far more lit tonight. It was very dark the last time I came through here. It's lit tonight, that's good. That crazy bridge, man, is gonna... I don't think I'll ever get used to that. Wow. Actually, I got it wrong. It was this strip that was dark, and it's still pretty dark. Maybe moderately less dark. And immeasurably less dark. How would I measure that? They have devices, but I'm hardly gonna pull it out. You probably make your phone do it. Maybe there's an app for that, I don't know. But yeah. See, it seems okay here. I think maybe I was exaggerating it last time. I think that's probably the truth of it. Yeah, it's not so bad. This bridge coming up is legitimately spooky. It's half overgrown, half defunct industrial. I just gotta get over the bridge and down, but that space is... I was exaggerating that last spot before, that's not so bad, but this is legitimately a little bit creepy, both in terms of the just feel of it, and this is where coyotes live, guys. Those are on railroad tracks in industrial areas. So I am walking through a coyote zone, probably, and this is what I'm more concerned about. Hopefully if I stay close enough to the road, they're kind of spooked by it. That's my hope. Okay, I'm comfortably past the coyote zone. That would be one of the highest probability places. Like, if you're a biologist that knows coyote life cycles, go to that place. It's on the bridge in the industrial area on Bagley, just past Rosa Parks. And tell me that isn't prime coyote real estate. It's not even coyotes, it's coy wolves, right? That's the ones you gotta worry about, right? Coyotes are still gonna be afraid of you. It's the coy wolves that aren't. So, walking through their zone late at night by yourself is kind of perilous. I have survived. Yes. Keep going. One of the things that I do to calm my nerves when I'm walking through Windsor is to point out that there's cats everywhere. If there's any kind of predatory population, there wouldn't be so many cats. It's a very good reason. And so I see cats and I relax. I don't think I've ever seen a cat in Detroit. Ever. I'm back in the city. Like I say, it's actually a nice walk if you're naive about it. I had a hard time being naive about it near the end. I've never seen a cat in Detroit, man. It's a little unsettling. This is downtown. If I'm not safe here, I'm safe nowhere, so I might as well relax, right? Okay, so I'm at the tunnel. I think I missed the 12 o'clock bus by a few minutes, meaning I've got basically an hour to wait. What do you do? At least I've got time. I could have stayed later, but I didn't. There wasn't anything to, well, continue with the conversations. I think I'm happier to be sure that I'm gonna get home tonight. I did not want to stay the night tonight. How was the show? It was amusing. That's what I wanted, was something amusing, and I was amused. So this is good. What about Honus's new band here? It seems to lack the subtlety in exchange for something unsettling. I think there's actually some like legit Yoko shit going on there. No, like real, like really. Like I think that's probably what they're both idealizing or thinking of in their minds. Like they're both role playing John and Yoko, right? Like I think that's legit. But it hasn't quite developed yet. I don't know. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. So I think that was either watching something form that will be ready in the future, or it was watching something fizzle out. It's not yet clear. I think there's an equal chance either way. But it was amusing. And if you want to be amused, then go see it. I wish I had a clock on me so that I could be sure. Maybe I can ask one of the cops what time it is. I can probably get a coffee. Let me check the change in my pocket. Okay, I think I can confirm I missed the 12 o'clock bus. It's about 12:30. So I'm gonna try to get a coffee. Hopefully I don't miss the bus. If I miss the bus, I'm fucked. Like, this is... I can't miss the bus. That's crazy. It's not gonna take me 40 minutes to get a coffee. Even if it's 12:40, it's not gonna take me 30 minutes to get a coffee. So, yeah. Well, I just saw my first cat in Detroit. Climbing one of these walls. Scared the shit out of me. Hey, at least I exist. So yeah, I got my coffee, made it back with plenty of time to spare. I just watched the bus go around, so I'm safe. I got another 20-25 minutes to wait. Back in Canada, let me say I'm sure glad right now that I wore these two sweaters. Whew. Yeah, it's November, guys. November. We gotta wear a sweater in November. As I said before, this is a treat, but it's a bit chilly. Okay, I am home. And I made a bet with myself on the way home that tonight's gonna be the last night out for a while by buying nachos. I think the rest of the month is clear. I want to focus on recording. I may even put off the strawberries. I doubt that, but we'll see. No, I'm not gonna put off the strawberries. Maybe I will. Depends on how fast I can get through this. Yeah. So we're left with the conclusion that maybe I will put off the strawberries, and maybe I will not put off the strawberries. And no clear reason why you ought to care about the strawberries. I have not made a decision. Other than that, I will soon be closing down. This is one of the last. This is the last night out for a while. And no, we're gonna stay in and have the frozen strawberries because I want to get some work done. That's decided. That's absolute. Tomorrow I will spend the day editing, and then we're gonna shut down for a little while. Yeah, we're gonna shut down for a little while, and we'll come back up when I'm done up to, well, period 1.2. How long is that? 7 days, 10 days, something like that.